What would you do if your boyfriend brought another dog over, forced your female dog in heat to mate against your clear no, filmed it, and then grabbed you and kissed you after you told him to leave? That's exactly what happened to this Redditor, and the comments are going nuclear. Stick around. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a messy AITA story that starts with a dog in heat and ends with bruises and a blocked number. Let's get into it. AITA for ending things with my boyfriend after he forced my dog to mate and then wouldn't take no for an answer with me? Hey Reddit, throwaway for obvious reasons. I'm 25 F-meter, my now ex, Derek, is 28 F-meter. We were together a little over 2 years. I have a 3-year-old female golden retriever mix named Daisy. She's the sweetest dog I've ever had. Rescued her when she was a year old, fully house-trained, great with people, the whole package. I had planned to get her spayed when I first got her, but life kept getting in the way. Job changes, moving apartments, money stuff. I know that was irresponsible. I'm not here to debate that. I finally had her appointment locked in for 3 weeks from now. 2 weekends ago, Daisy went into heat. If you've never lived with a female dog in heat, it's a lot. Bloody discharge, restlessness, pacing, trying to escape the house, constant attention-seeking. I was keeping her on strict lockdown. Extra walks on a short leash, diapers when needed, closed doors, the works. I told Derek multiple times that she was staying inside and away from other dogs until the spay. Derek has always had this weird, nature knows best attitude about animals. He grew up in a rural area where dogs just did their thing, and people didn't always fix them. He's made comments before about how spaying is unnatural and how dogs should be allowed to fulfill their purpose. I shut those conversations down every time. Daisy is my dog, my responsibility, my rules. Last Saturday, Derek showed up at my place with his buddy's intact male German Shepherd, a big, energetic dog named Tank. He claimed he'd only brought Tank over so the two dogs could play in the backyard, and that it would help Daisy burn off energy. I looked at him and said flat out, no, she is in heat. That dog is not coming into my yard. End of discussion. He argued, said I was being uptight, said animals don't need human permission the way people do. I told him again clearly, if he brought that dog into my yard while Daisy was in heat, we were done. He rolled his eyes, said fine, and went outside with Tank on a leash. I went to the kitchen to get Daisy's dinner ready and check the calendar for the vet appointment one more time. 5 minutes later, I heard Daisy barking in a way I almost never hear from her. High, frantic, mixed with growling. I ran to the back door. Derek had let both dogs off leash in the fenced yard. Tank had already mounted Daisy. They were locked. Daisy was trying to pull away, twisting, yelping. Tank was heavy and determined. Derek was standing there with his phone out, filming, and when he saw me, he actually laughed and said, "Relax, it's just nature, she'll be fine." I lost it. I grabbed the hose and sprayed them both until they separated. Daisy was shaking, her back legs trembling, and she had a couple of scratches on her hip where Tank's nails had dug in. I wrapped her in a towel, carried her inside, and locked the door. Derek followed me in, still holding Tank's leash, still talking like I was the unreasonable one. He said things like, "You're making this into some big feminist thing," and "Dogs don't need consent forms." I told him to get the hell out of my house and take the other dog with him. He didn't move. He put Tank in the laundry room, closed the door, and came back into the living room. I was on the floor with Daisy, checking her over, trying to calm her down. Derek stood over me and started in on how I was ruining a perfectly natural process and how I always had to control everything. I stood up and told him the relationship was over. I wanted him gone, immediately. That's when he grabbed my wrist, hard. Hard enough that I still have a bruise shaped like his fingers 3 days later. He pulled me toward him, said I needed to calm down and stop being dramatic, and then kissed me while I was actively turning my face away and telling him to stop. I shoved him in the chest with both hands. He stumbled back,
looked genuinely shocked for half a second, then his face went cold. He called me a bunch of names: overreacting bitch, control freak, the usual, and finally left, taking Tank with him. He slammed the door so hard, a picture fell off the wall.
I locked every lock, sat on the floor with Daisy for a long time, and then called my sister. She came over within the hour. We took Daisy to an emergency vet the next morning just to be safe. She's physically okay, no lasting injuries, no pregnancy risk, according to the vet, since the lock wasn't complete for long, but she's been clingier and jumpier than usual. The spay is now scheduled for this coming Thursday. Derek has been texting nonstop. Some messages are apologetic. I didn't realize how upset you were. I thought it would help her. Some are gaslighting. You're making this into assault when it was just a kiss. You always blow things out of proportion. A few are straight up angry. I haven't answered any of them. I blocked him last night after he sent a voice note saying I was destroying something good over a dog. So, AITA? Part of me keeps circling back to the fact that I left Daisy unspayed this long. Maybe if I'd handled that earlier, none of this would have happened. Another part of me keeps wondering if I escalated too fast by ending the relationship on the spot. But the second he put his hands on me and kissed me after I said no, something just clicked. It didn't feel like a fight anymore. It felt like a line that couldn't be uncrossed. I'm sitting here with Daisy's head on my lap while I type this. She's still a little shaky when the doorbell rings. I keep replaying the backyard scene and the living room scene and asking myself if I somehow created this whole mess by not being firmer sooner. Was I the asshole for how I handled any of it? Or was this exactly as fucked up as it felt while it was happening? Alright, Reddit, I'm gonna be real with you. This one isn't even close. OP is nah, full stop. The second Derek ignored a clear no, let that male dog mount Daisy, and then put his hands on OP after she told him to leave, he crossed multiple lines that don't get walked back with, I thought it was natural. You don't force animals to mate for your own weird ideology, and you sure as hell don't grab someone and kiss them after they've already ended the relationship. The fact that he's still texting, trying to rewrite it as just a kiss and you're overreacting is textbook. Daisy's getting spayed, Derek's blocked, and OP did exactly what she needed to do. Drop your verdict in the comments, NTA, YTA, or ESH. And tell me if you've ever dealt with a partner who pulled the nature knows best card on an animal. If you made it this far, do me a solid. Hit that subscribe button, smash the like if this one had you shaking your head, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next AITA dumpster fire. We post new ones every week. Thanks for watching. See you in the comments.